Hey guys, my name's Kaylee, and this is Midnight Coffee, a Christian discussion channel. So tonight I just wanted to tell everybody about another dream that I had actually from my last channel, or not my last channel, but the last video that I did. I had it that same night, and it's another end times dream, and it's a little more interpretable, but I believe it is an end times dream. I guess you guys can tell me what you think. Um, so it started off, I was a little kid again, and I was waiting to sit in the front seat of my parents' car, right next to my dad. My dad was going to be driving, but when I went to go sit in the seat, I found out that my mom was sitting in the front, and I had to sit in the back, and I was really upset about it. Um, I knew I'd get car sick. I'd feel the car move all over the place, and I just didn't want to sit in the back. Got really mad and just really angry and frustrated. So I went and sat in the back. My sister was back there too, and we were driving. We drove to a mall that I used to really like as a kid, and when we got inside of the mall, I ran away from my parents and I hid in these clothes hangers that like the clothes racks malls have or stores have. And I used to actually do this all the time as a kid, and just to scare my parents, freak them out. But I did that, and I went and hid, and I wouldn't come out, and I could tell that they were looking all over the place for me, but I just didn't want to come out. Um, I stayed angry for that whole part of the dream, and then it kind of switched, and I was up in space, and I could see this big flaming ball heading straight for Earth, and it was huge. It was like as big as a planet. I think it was a comet just coming straight for Earth. And I could feel the evil coming off of it, and I could tell that destruction and chaos were coming soon, and I got really scared. And then it switched again, and in the last part of the dream, I was in a Walmart that is close to the apartment that I live in with my husband. And I was in the Walmart alone, but my husband was at home in the apartment. And the Walmart's so close that we can just walk across the street to it. So I was at this Walmart, and I could feel the ground shake, and I knew whatever hit us was not good. I knew it wasn't an earthquake. I knew something had to have hit us, had to have hit the earth somewhere. And I walked outside, and I started walking back home. I was kind of like briskly walking. And then in the distance, um, I could see a massive cloud of smoke slowly filling the sky in front of me. And while I was walking, ash had started falling like snow. And once I saw the ash, then I started running back home. Once I got home, I told my husband that we had to go. We had to get out as soon as we can, that it was finally time because we have been preparing for things to happen eventually. But I told him that it was finally time, and he agreed, and we started packing all of our things. Um, I have a bag that I have packed and ready to go at all times, but I keep it in our car. And so it was outside in our car, and I had to go back out, but I was terrified to do it. I was shaking at the door, trying to open it. I was really scared to go back out again. And when I went out again, it was just chaos and destruction. I could I couldn't see the blue sky anymore. It was red, and the cloud of smoke that had covered almost half of it, or had covered a little of it before, had almost covered it completely at this point. It made the world look dark and just evil and bad and just not good. I could hear screaming in the distance. I could see people running from apartment to apartment. Um, I ran to our car very, very quickly and unlocked it. Um, I got my bag and I went back inside, and I could I could obviously tell that my husband's grandma wasn't there. She lives with us as well. We look after her. Um, but she was gone. She was at work or something somewhere. And all I knew was that we weren't able to go and get her. Like, she was way too far away. If she was at work, that's an hour away. If she was anywhere else, for some reason, we couldn't take our car to go find her. So we couldn't get her. We weren't able to go and get her. Um, and I kept packing my stuff, my shirts and everything inside the bag. Just thinking about what was going on outside and what we'll have to deal with in the chaos that was coming in my dream and that I feel is coming in real life. And in the dream, I just thought to myself different ways that I can prepare better for everything to happen. So if anybody wants to, or if anybody can help me interpret this a little bit better, just because I feel like it's very interpretable, and it's not like most end of the world dreams that I have heard people talk about. So I don't know if it's just my imagination or if it is something to look for in the future. All I know is that after I had this dream, a couple nights later, my husband had the same dream of a comet hitting Earth, and I thought that was pretty interesting as well. Um, that's all I have for you guys tonight. If you're new to my channel, I post every Wednesday and Saturday at 12 o'clock a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I really believe that we're coming close to the end. And if you have not found Christ yet, found God yet, or have drawn farther and farther away from them, to come back as quickly as you can. And if you need help, there are many resources that you can reach out to, but I am one if you haven't found any. You can email me. My email is on my channel account description. If anybody needs any help, please feel free to contact me, and I'll do my best to answer any questions you have. If anybody has any interpretations of my dream, please leave those in the comments, or you can email me, or email me any dreams that you've had recently. I'll be more than willing to share your stories on my channel as well, if someone's too scared to, because I think it's important for us to share what we have in our heads. I think dreams have a lot of meaning to them, and a lot of spiritual connections come from the dream world and the visions that we get in our while we're asleep. So if anybody has any questions and needs any help, I will do prayer requests as well. Please feel free to reach out. Y'all have a great night, and God bless.